One of the most important and fun things we get to do in music making is contrast. Contrasting between different colors, different sections, different articulations in the piece is our job as the interpreter of the music, and it's what makes the performance interesting to listen to. We have a great example here in Allegro, and this is the first piece we come to in the Suzuki Cello method that has a contrasting section to it. By contrasting, we mean something that is very different, a very different character here in the music. The third line, marked dolce, is different than the others, very different. Above the notes in lines 1, 2, and 4, you will see the combination of staccato and tenuto. I have always interpreted this as our stop-stop bows, similar to how we practice one of the versions of the Twinkle theme, because I like to teach it both with stop-stop bows and legato bows. What I mean by stop-stop bows is literally to stop the bow, a hard stop. A true staccato bow stroke would be short, and a true tenuto-only bow stroke would be more connected to the next note. It would be more legato and smooth. With our combination articulation here, we are going to use an amount of bow similar to that of the tenuto-only marking, except that we're going to put a hard stop between the notes because of the staccato dot that is also there. This hard stop is really important for our development as cellists because it forces us into a very specific kind of control with our fingertips that we need to learn. I'll demonstrate. Right? If it was legato, it would be this. Or if it was staccato only, it would be this. It would be very short. Right? Very short, tiny little bows. But we have this tenuto staccato marking combination here. So we want to use the bow and we want to bring it to a hard stop. Just like we did back in Twinkle. The dolce section should be the complete opposite. It should be smooth and connected, very legato. Dolce means sweetly. It doesn't mean slow. It doesn't mean lightly. It means sweetly or not harsh. So make sure you're practicing this section with the metronome, and this is what it should sound like. And there's a slowing down and a fermata at the end. Notice how we made it, a different color, a different character in this piece altogether. One more time. And now what's interesting about putting this here, this Allegro here in the Suzuki method book, is that to play legato, to make a smooth bow change, and to stop the bow, to do this tenuto stop-stop bowing, essentially you use the same part of your hand, right? You're using the fingertips, all right? Remember our bow push-ups, all right? A little test here to make sure we're holding the bow correctly, all right? I don't have a mirror in here, so I'm looking at my screen when I look, all right? Everyone should be practicing from a mirror, so I'm using that over there as my mirror to make sure I'm demonstrating this correctly. But in order to stop, this is even one exercise that you can do, is to move just the finger. I'll link up one of my favorite tutorials of all time from one of my favorite cellists of all time, Tina Guo, who's right here on YouTube. And she does this during flight of the Bumblebee. She talks about isolating these fingers, okay, fingers and wrist, to really get this action down. Thank you, Tina, for your wonderful tutorials, by the way. All right, but in Allegro, when I'm going dolce or doing the stop-stop, it's the same action. My fingers, okay, are flexing, and I got to make sure that my fingertips are controlling the bow correctly to do both of these, which is what makes this such an interesting and wonderful piece to learn. Now, if you're ready to practice at some different tempos and play along, you can find the play along video right here.